Hello, fellow Toastmasters. Good afternoon, and those on audio video feed of Pattern Realm. Today, I have come to eulogize a great man, my maternal uncle. When I was a small child, I remember him holding me up on his knee and saying, "That's my favorite nephew." And I would hear my grandparents say, "That boy is going to follow in his footsteps." It's my Uncle Butch. Now, his legal name is Jerry Don Sawyer. Jerry Don Sawyer was born on August 31st, 1951, here in Odessa, Texas. Parents, my grandma and granddad, Billy Joe and Betty Florence Sawyer. He was my mama's oldest brother, and my other uncle, who's the same age as I am, oldest brother. He graduated from Odessa High School. Around the time that he was in high school, he began attending First Baptist Odessa with my Aunt Gail. While he was in Odessa College, he transferred to Howard Payne. She was able to graduate and follow him early when he went to Texas Tech to get his bachelor's in business administration and accounting. The man was no doubt an excellent marksman. I remember sometimes in the winter he would come to our house with packages of processed deer meat. But one thing I gotta say, he may have been a good marksman, but he was also, when it came to faith, family, and business, he was not ashamed to be packing his Bible. He was deacon at First Baptist El Paso, on the board of the Southern Baptist Convention, and on the board of Hardin-Simmons University in Abilene, where my cousin Amy attended. Great with numbers. His pastor said yesterday that he was meticulous in the numbers. Uncle Butch loved life. He loved it good. He loved it hard. He loved good music. He could be fun, but he wasn't someone that was like, once he got with Aunt Gail, it was like, he was no longer interested in just fun and games. He was interested in throwing out the boundaries and living his life. He must have found out when he was about maybe high school or college what he was called to be. And that he was great at being an accountant. Toward the end of his career, he served as a chief accountant in a law firm of 40 attorneys in El Paso. Anyone had a problem, they came to Uncle Butch. I even came to a number of times when I was in college. Now, one thing I'll say this is, if you said how salvation will travel, that was Uncle Butch. If there was ever a man that left an impact on his family, his friends, his faith, and his business, that was Uncle Butch. I used to go to his house sometimes on weekends in El Paso. Lovely house, nice house, successful as he was. I remember when he was 11, he gave the family financial advice. Save for the future. Invest to gain wealth. A lot of that I have never forgotten. Now, my financial philosophy has changed slightly compared to my Uncle Butch. I guess because I'm a different generation. But one thing I will say is this. Uncle Butch was not afraid or ashamed to stand on principle. Uncle Butch was not afraid to stand up for what's right with his family. He defended his family. He defended what was right. There was no bones about it. My Uncle Butch was a very meticulous and very brave man. One of the last songs yesterday in his funeral, and he had was it could happen in a moment. That's how he went. A couple of weeks ago, he was healthy as a horse. He had to go to the hospital with my Aunt Gail for her to have surgery. He was waiting for her to get out of surgery, and he suddenly had to go to the restroom. They found him several hours later, collapsed. He'd had an aneurysm. And he passed away last Monday. There's been lots of hammer taps in my life the past few weeks. Letting an in-home provider go. Uncle Butch passing away. Some changes God's called in my life in Toastmasters and career. And having to ground a 17-year-old neighbor permanently from video games. But Uncle Butch was the greatest, no doubt. And I loved him with all my heart. He was the best. So if you want to talk legacy, that was him. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of Pattern Realm. Until next time, listen to me. Listen to me. Don't you just sit there and take it. I want you to go out there and build your dreams so you can take it, meaning the good stuff. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. Remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really love you. God bless you, and please have a blessed day. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
Excellent. Good stuff, Jerry.